donkey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you around where we're going to, what we're planning to do, show you the property, and basically take you on a journey with us. And we've got lots of things planned, lots of very exciting things planned, and hopefully this will be interesting for everybody. And our plan here is to do everything natural as possible, eliminating concrete, eliminating all materials that will cause any environmental damage. And therefore, we're going to be doing a lot of things that we've never done before, and hopefully this is going to be education for everybody, mostly for us. And so just I'm going to show you around. This is the main entrance of the property. You can just pan around. So we got two access roads to the property. That's our neighbor property that you see in the background there. And this is a road going past our property and up the side of the mountain. So if you follow me, I will show you around where we're going to firstly build the house. When we first bought the property, it was quite dry here. This was in November's time when we first saw it. But now, because of some beautiful rains, it's like a paradise. It's really, look at the greenery. And I didn't expect it to look like this now. And we've just flown down for the weekend from Ankara, and just look how beautiful the setting is here. So this is probably where we're going to be starting. This will be the line where the house is going to start. Some of these olive trees we are going to move. It is a thing that's quite normally done here in Turkey, because olive trees are very valuable and we don't obviously want to destroy any. So what you do is you cut back the branches, you have special tools to remove it, and you place it into an area where it's more suitable. So this area here is where we're going to be building the main house. So the house will be about 22 meters long, and it will be about 15 meters wide. And so a lot of this flat area will be taken up. More than likely we'll have our pond in the front where the camera is showing, have a koi fish pond there, and we'll show you later that there's a lower level where we're going to build the other buildings. So you see all these cow sheds and all that, that's going to be removed in the next month or so. All of this is going to be removed, and they're taking it to the other property. And so the house, the extent of the house will be approximately here. Will be the other end of the house, and it'll extend down 15 meters down across to cover this area. The house is not going to be a rectangle, it's going to be quite organic in shape. So we will sometimes even moving it around a tree, and even possibly have a courtyard with a tree in it. So this is the end of the property. The end of the property is here. Here's the boundary, and it follows there and straight down to the bottom. So you'll see that even though we have the house here which covers probably about 280 square meters, we will have quite a large area actually free and open, obviously with the trees, the olive trees. So just have a look at these olives here. We should harvest some of these. Look at this. Look how heavy. These olives are so ripe. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful olives. Very, very nice olives. This tree is absolutely loaded with olives. It's got probably alone 50 kilograms of olives here. It's a massive amount. Didn't even notice this the other day. It's bitter. Very bitter. Never eat an olive if it's not treated in brine and at least marinated. Okay, so this is the back of the property. There's a road running there. Our plan is to put a rammed earth wall. Rammed earth, which is essentially a mixture of soil. It will be the soil that from the property here. Mixture between soil, and we'll add some sand and some lime. This morning I checked the clay content. It's about 25%, which is ideal for rammed earth walls. So rammed earth walls is essentially where you have a shuttering like you do with concrete, and you set up this frame and you pour in this mixture, which will be quite a dryish mix of, as I said, the normal sand, which will include clay from the property, and the sand and the lime. And we'll ram that into the frame and we'll move around. It'll be about 200 meters of wall, which will be 6 foot high. So if we move down here, what I want to show you is we had some discussions with the owner of the property next door, and which is another 3,800 square meters roundabout. They've given us permission to utilize that land as well. It was purchased for another reason, to build something there, but that's not happening, and who knows, maybe in the future we'll be able to purchase it. But we've got free access to utilize that land for the future. So my plan is to put bees, probably about 30 beehives, and to make some goat enclosures, as you see, similar to what they have here. And then what we'll do is plant vegetables and yeah, basically have probably some polytunnel or some cold frames and all that in this area here, which will be nicely utilized. We will obviously have some animals. Our plans is to get at least 2 goats, a donkey, and some chickens. I don't know about the geese stories, they just make so much noise. And they are busy complaining because we are trespassing on their property, but they are unaware that we are actually the owners of the property now. So yeah, they're just ill-informed, I think. I suppose they look a bit like a meerkat standing on a mound and looking out for the enemy and for predators. But if you just come up here and just have a look at the view here, it is beautiful. Look at that. What a lovely day. Absolutely gorgeous. Sunshine. Virtually no breeze, and so idyllic. Trying to listen for if you hear any traffic. There's a slight little sound of something, but mainly you just hear is birds and chickens and cattle. So, as I said, let me just follow through. Yeah, so this other property next door here, which has some fruit trees. Unfortunately, they have chopped down most of the olive trees, because according to the website, there should be something like 40 olive trees here, and probably just over a handful of olive trees that we can count here. So this is the other entrance. The previous one was just to my left there. So if you walk up this driveway, this is the lower section where we plan to build the actual studio. We plan to build a studio in here. Exactly how we're going to fit it in, we'll have to figure out. So this is probably the studio. There'll be a space between the house and the studio. So the studio will be built here. Probably we'll have to build a studio maybe with a little bit of an angle in the front, so that you don't go right to the edge. And so we'll just have to work out this area. But yeah, it'll all be quite doable. And obviously the house, we're going to restore it. If you come closer, just have a look at this is the walls with the adobe brick. This is made from basically mud and straw, and this is what we will be, and unfortunately we have to cover this, even though it looks quite interesting, but we're covering this with the same material, probably put goat's hair in as well, and give a natural plaster to this wall. Just mind the mud there. So just want to go look at the back there of the shed. Just want to explain what we're going to do there. So see, unfortunately they've used some cement here. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do here, because maybe trying to remove it will end up damaging the wall. So we'll consider what to do that. But it's going to be internal, so we could probably get away with that. But what we want to do is just bring the camera this way. So you can bring it right in. So this wall here, we'll be using some adobe brick, the same brick here. We'll build up against that side and this side on the inside. On the outside we will put some like wattle and daub. We'll put some thin planks with some mesh, and we'll also put the clay on the outside. And this will become the bathroom and probably a little dining room stroke kitchen. Not kitchen, the kitchen will be on the other side. But this will be kind of a seating area with some steps going up into the actual main part of the house. Yeah, so this whole roof, if you look just under the roof, the whole roof will have to be removed and rebuilt. As you can see, some planks are rotten and the tiles don't look very good. So we'll have to sort out which tiles are good and which are bad. The main beams look kind of okay, but only once you pull it off you'll be able to properly inspect what the situation is there. Apparently it does leak, so we're going to have to take the roof all the way back to that side, because these guys are going to be removing, you can just point at that, we're going to be removing the steel work here. And the reason why they want it because steel can be very expensive here, and which is fine with us. We're not going to use it like that. We want to extend that roof right to the end. So this is quite a messy area for all those cow dung, but that's good stuff that we can use in the walls and in the even with the bricks and on the floors. Brilliant stuff. So they're taking all the steel work away, and that will be the back wall of the workshop area. And we'll build a wall. Looks like there is some kind of foundation there. We'll see. It probably looks like stone. I don't know if they probably put cement there, which is not very good. But so we're going to make that whole area there essentially the size of the workshop, which I think is will be more than adequate. So you've got quite a lot of extra space around here, and here you have an outside toilet, which actually used it once, and it's quite usable, and it's not in a bad condition. So temporary we'll use that. And now this is a neighbouring house, which is quite interesting. It's abandoned, nobody's living there, and who knows, maybe we could speak to the owners and get some tiles there if it's possible. And yeah, because these tiles are handmade tiles, it's not something that you can just buy at a hardware store.